This is Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Darksteel. The figure is part of the fifth wave of the MechTech Deluxe Dark of the Moon figures. Obviously, this guy is an homage to a Beast Wars figure by the name of Quick Strike. Never been a fan of Beast Wars. I only liked the first couple seasons when they became Transmetals, Beast Machines, and whatnot. I just lost interest, and I didn't really buy the CGI back then for some reason. I don't know. I did buy a couple of Beast Wars figures, the Optimus, Megatron, but sold them off eventually. So I don't have Quick Strike to compare him to, but you can easily Google him. You'll know that his beast mode is like a scorpion with a cobra tail, kind of a mixed creature. But anyway, I have no idea why Hasbro decided to do an homage to that particular figure. Out of all the Beast Wars figures, they chose that for some weird reason. It's fine. I was sort of looking forward to this figure. Out of the three new figures in the wave, this was the one that I was really looking forward to the most. I like the whole concept of this metallic aquamarine with this very, very dark brown. I don't know exactly. It's sort of like a grayish brown more than anything. More gray than brown. I like that whole concept. But sadly, when I opened this guy up, I was a little bit disappointed. Wasn't as ecstatic as I thought I'd be. For a couple of reasons. Paint apps are great. No complaints on that. For this figure that I got. However, to actually find this figure, it took me more than a couple of stores to actually find one with decent paint apps, meaning that I had to look at the doors were really the main problem, as well as the hood. I made sure I got one with the least amount of scratches on the aquamarine, on the doors and on the bonnet, and the most perfect ribbon Chevrolet Stingray ribbon symbol that I could find. So it took me a while, but I finally did. So that's okay. But this one that I got so far has very little paint issues, except for a couple of scratches here and there. But other than that, it's fine. The other thing I was disappointed about this was really this mustard-looking plastic. It's supposed to be like a gold plastic, but I think they probably had issues with gold. They were sort of turning it into sort of a yellow gold, marigold type of color, but apparently the mixture didn't turn out as well. Now it's like the color of mustard, or the color of manure, I think, manure or something like that. It's just awful. This did not turn out great, and it looks like a knockoff plastic. It looks very cheap, this mustard color. It's nice they painted this one gold, but you could really see the contrast of the colors. It's not a good color for the plastic mold, but it is what it is, and there's more of it here. The other thing that really bugs me with this guy is that he can't hold his weapons. He's already got his blades, because it is a sideswipe mold. It's a redeco, technically not a repaint, of Sideswipe, Dark of the Moon Sideswipe. They've given him a new head, which is pretty cool. But he cannot hold his weapons. Before I forget, let me just show it very quickly. Being very disorganized. Not the best. It's okay. It's okay, I suppose. Those eyes. He is an Autobot, I think. Yes, that's what the box says, but no Autobot symbol. Somebody tell me where Hasbro had put his Autobot symbol. It's supposed to be here, but they painted over it. So, no faction symbol. If somebody can tell me where it is. I can't find it on my figure. Maybe they forgot it on my figure, but it's supposed to be here as Sideswipe, or somewhere here, but no Autobot symbol on this guy, which is interesting, to say the least. Let me just stand him up. I like the fact that they used the red clear plastic. which is very cool. It looks best with this guy. But anyway, where were we? He cannot hold his weapons properly. I mean, you'd have to sort of do it on the side. This one is fine. The smaller one, he can hold it. That's pretty cool. But the bigger one, he's got a little bit of a problem holding it. Even underslung, because the way it's designed, it's really meant for Starscream. And, well, it's better than... the old sideswipe gun was okay, but if they were going to change it, I'm glad they did this one instead of the Bumblebee double-barreled gun. And I think this one's the best because it has that claw, this sword thing, which will really match what they're going for with this homage. But anyway, he cannot hold it for the life of him. I mean, he can hold it that way, but it's so unstable. So it's very, very difficult to actually have him hold his mech tech weapon, which is kind of a shame because this mech tech weapon has really grown on me. Hold on. Let me just see if I can stand him up properly. What is wrong? Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, now he's giving me just a hard time. I have his wings propped up just because that's also the same thing I did with Sideswipe. But you can fold it down if you wish. But he's sort of like a Beast War homage, so I think it's best if you have it sort of like that, like wings, or like yeah, like the hood of the Cobra or something like that. Anyway, going back to the mech tech weapon. Sorry, I digressed too much. Yeah, sure, you could. This one activates this way, so it's like it's really Starscream's weapon, and to keep it there, you can. You can lock it in place by attaching the other weapon. So that's pretty cool. If only he could hold it. And, you know, he could probably hold it using the smaller weapon. But even so, I mean, he's having a hard time doing it like that. Just ridiculous. Maybe underslung. Yeah, okay. This is... Come on now. This is probably one way of... he still can't. I don't know how they tested this product, honestly, folks, but it's just ridiculous. So that, okay, maybe he can. It's just stupid on him. Can't hold it properly. It would be nice if he could have held it this way, but yeah, what can you do, right? It's really meant for Starscream. Darn it. Okay, we'll let him hold it this way. So, okay, it's okay. Okay, as I figure, the robot gets a 7 out of 10 for me. It's okay. If you're not a Beast Wars fan and you already have Sideswipe, don't bother picking this figure up. He's just going to be wasting space on your shelf. If for some reason you like the color combination and you like Quick Strike, then by all means go ahead and pick him up. But I'm not going to full-on recommend this figure. Here he is with, just for fun, with Leo Prime, or yeah, the Beast War, or no, a Cybertron Beast figure, but it's not a Beast War figure, sorry, my mistake. That's been given the G1 colors, and this one is a movie figure been given with Beast Wars colors. So that's that. Anyway, let's transform him. What I like about this is that the shoulders have sort of loosened up on my figure. The Sideswipe shoulder, especially this particular shoulder, was very tight, but they've sort of loosened it up, so that's fine. But this tab, took me a while to figure out. Ooh, I just cut myself. Did I just do that now? Sorry, folks. My bad. I did not cut that while cooking. I must have cut it here somewhere. Anyway, sorry. It took me a while to tab this one in. It was very tight. There were a lot of yet more reasons to love this figure. There were some excess plastic that I had to trim off just to be able to snap it on. and it's still very difficult up to now, but you know, what can you do? It's Hasbro product. So go ahead, fold it up. Oops, sorry. Let me just. Okay. Like that and like that. Okay. It's the same transformation. Nothing's changed as with side swipe. Okay. Okay. Fold this one out. And okay. 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 Do the back. Okay. Make sure you fold that shoulder properly, because, or you straighten up on the other end properly, otherwise his wheels are gonna pop up. Okay. All right, and there is Quick Strike in his Stingray concept alt mode. Very cool looking. The whole alt mode, if there's one thing to get excited about this figure, it's really the alt mode. He looks great in packaging for some reason or another, because a lot of the mustard manure colored plastic is covered underneath, so it really sort of, I don't know, sort of tricks you into getting him, because he's hidden all the crappy bits underneath. But he looks great in alt mode, I'll give you that. And these things, they'll probably look great hooked up to the side more than anything, more than here, because it's just ridiculous. Although it's fine, actually. You can do that if you wanted to. But, oh, what the hey. Let's just put the claws in front, since the MechTech weapon's not going to be. Anyway, if you do that, yeah, the claws will look better in this position. So we'll have it this way. So that's pretty cool. It looks like a beast car in some regards. So yeah, the alt mode is probably the saving aspect of this figure. If ever at all, you'd probably end up display, if you somehow already bought this figure before I reviewed him, or seen any other reviews and you thought it was great, this is probably the only thing that's going to get you excited. It's his alt mode, and who doesn't love the Stingray, right? But other than that, the figure's not that great. The alt mode gets a 9 out of 10 for me, simply because I love the Stingray concept alt mode. For quality issues, you are going to look for, again, as I've already mentioned, make sure that there are very little scratches on the metallic aquamarine on this side, all over. You can take a peek on this one by just turning the package over. Check the bonnet for scratches. There's always going to be a hairline scratch right there. I don't know if you can see it. But right there, right there. There's always going to be that hairline scratch. Every single Darksteel I've seen has that hair thin scratch right there, and it goes through from the aquamarine paint all the way to the brown plastic, gray plastic. And I don't know, it's probably the way they clamp on the piece and they paint it or something like that, but everything I've seen. There are a few scratches here and there, as you can see. The paint's not thick enough on one part. It is always going to happen. There's always going to be one part with the paint lightly painted like this one. You can see some of the gray just right there, not being painted fully, but you know, very minor paint. I was just being a very perfectionist, but other than that, the paint apps are acceptable, but just look out for that. Make sure that the logo on the bonnet is painted very well. Make sure it's the white and red, they don't bleed into each other or not. For the weapon, the only thing that's painted is this one. most of them are fine. So very, very cool alt mode, and those are the paint apps you need to worry about. Just as a bit of a size comparison, excuse me. Oops, what did I do? Okay. Here he is with the original side. This is my custom painted side swipe. So if you're really looking for pick one, I agree with Pia's recommendation. Pick this one over this one. Pick and you can just repaint it on your own. The side swipe mold is still far superior in my opinion. But again, if you like repaint and if you like particular homages to Beast Wars, especially Quick Strike, then fine, by all means, go ahead and get this one. Lastly, here he is with Cannon Bumblebee. He's not snapping into place. It's my bad for not really just folding everything in place. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this lengthy review. Sorry about that, but really wasn't too keen and interested on this figure. Overall, he gets an 8 out of 10. 7 for the alt mode, and alt mode gets a 9. If you want to know my latest toy purchases and upcoming reviews, please follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/fxfranz. Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Darksteel. Thanks for watching.